Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Adab, and welcome to the Mindfulness with Yogini podcast, season 2, episode 8. I'm your host, Aarti Kukreja, and today we're going to talk about a topic that touches the very essence of our being, evaluating our family relationships and connections to experience true love and joy from them and give it back to them. Let's begin by acknowledging the difficult truth. Knowingly or unknowingly, our parents or primary caretakers have hurt us or traumatized us as children. It's a bitter yet understated fact. Despite their best efforts, they couldn't shield us from all the challenges that came our way, and more critically, even the small, unnoticed pebbles that might have charred into our memory, but our parents don't even remember it, came with their own bruises. It's a bitter yet understated fact that despite their best efforts, they couldn't shield us from all the challenges that came our way, and more critically, even the small and unnoticed pebbles that might have been thrown at us. It's important to remember that our parents came with their own set of bruises from their parents and so on. It's a cycle of generational trauma, of inherited pain, and hopefully healing. I remember crying myself to sleep at my bunk bed at my boarding school from 5th grade to 8th grade, feeling abandoned by my parents. Growing up with my father being away for long periods of time in a boarding school, and a mother who raised me as a man in a man's world, constantly comparing me to my brother, left me feeling ignored, neglected, and unloved. This upbringing made me hyper individualistic, but also created a fragile inner self that would over-attach to anyone who showed me a bit of attention and over-please everybody to fit in and over-exhibit to feel accepted. Many of us now realize that while our parents and siblings tried their best, they often failed to understand our individual needs based on our personality types and even how to give and receive love to us the way that we would want. It took me over 33 years not only to awaken from these subconscious unhealthy patterns that I had created because of my traumas, but also muster up the courage to accept and work on them, all while forgiving my parents for how they shaped my core beliefs about life, love, and social interactions. This journey, which has now spanned over 6 years, taught me that core relationships that we have with our parents and siblings, especially in the early years of our life, can shape a significant part of who we are. And if we don't realize and heal from these experiences, we risk leaving this without truly understanding ourselves and let alone evolving into the best versions of ourselves. Evaluating these core relationships is therefore essential for our growth and evolution. Generational trauma, you see, has its roots deep in history. It starts from the beginning of the time of Adam and Eve, or as I believe, the days of hunters and gatherers. These early humans which faced extreme weathers and external environments built them to being resilient to those environments, but also hardening them, affecting how they lived and related to others. Their struggles were a survival mechanism that allowed them to thrive, but it also made them difficult to live harmoniously with themselves, other animals, and the world around them. The tension and trauma from these affected them and continued to escalate, affecting subsequent generations. So studies show that parents shape their children's ideological values and personalities and also influence their lifelong cognitive and creative abilities. This impact extends to the attachment and detachment patterns that we have, our love languages, our coping mechanisms, and also our behavioral patterns. To truly understand how we build our traumas, which lead to our insecurities, fears, and triggers, we need to delve into our intrinsic family relationships. So let's explore the enduring impact of evaluating family relationships to lead a more fulfilling life. Family is a word that can bring a kaleidoscope of emotions in all of us. It can bring joy, a sense of comfort, but it can also bring out frustration, anger, or resentment. Each one of our families is the cornerstone of our lives, influencing us from the moment we came into this world. This impact extends beyond childhood, affecting our experiences, relationships, and even our online presence to today. To grow from these experiences and live a fulfilling life, it's crucial to evaluate the complex family dynamics, intricacies, and contradictions that we have experienced. We'll first start by looking at how our childhood shapes us. Positive and negative experiences from early years leave a lasting mark on our emotional landscape. Pioneering psychologist John Bowlby highlighted the importance of secure attachment in early childhood. Positive, secure bonds with caregivers sets the stage for healthy emotional development, while insecure attachments can lead to challenges later in life. As neuroscientist Bruce Perry puts it, what happens to your child's brain under stress shapes how they can learn, relate, and create meaning to the rest of their life. These early experiences serve as a blueprint for how we interact with the world, influencing everything from our self esteem to our coping mechanisms and even our most profound relationships. And of course, families come in all shapes and sizes with unique dynamics and unwritten rules. Bowlby's attachment theory categorizes these dynamics into four primary styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. And I'm sure some of you have heard of these. Individuals with a secure attachment tend to be confident and trusting and very resilient. They feel comfortable expressing their emotions and forming close bonds. In contrast, the ones who have anxious attachment often fear abandonment and seek constant reassurance. Avoidant attachment can manifest as emotional unavailability and difficulty forming relationships closely with individuals appearing to be self sufficient, but not with individuals struggling with their own intimacy problems. Disorganized attachment, often resulting from inconsistent or neglecting parenthood, can lead to unpredictable and chaotic self sabotaging behaviors. These attachment styles, shaped by early interactions by our family members, can heavily influence our personality development. For example, children raised in a critical environment where accomplishments were rarely acknowledged may tend to have people pleasing tendencies in adulthood. Conversely, children with emotionally distant parents might become self sufficient and struggle with intimacy. Understanding our attachment style and family dynamics that shaped us is crucial to becoming self aware and for our personal growth. The influence of family doesn't just stop at childhood, it continues to impact us throughout our lives. Our family experiences profoundly affect our romantic relationships, careers, and also our current online interactions. For instance, individuals from nurturing and supportive households tend to form healthy romantic relationships based on trust and communication, whereas in contrast, those with unresolved family issues may struggle with intimacy or recreate these unhealthy dynamics in their future relationships. Family values and expectations can also shape our career choices, with children from families emphasizing academic achievement over pursuing other careers such as being focused in medicine or law, while those from entrepreneurial families might delve you into focusing more on starting your own business. Unresolved family conflicts can also lead to self-sabotaging behaviors that can hinder our career advancements. Our family dynamics can even affect how we interact with others online, with individuals from critical households being overly cautious about self-disclosure, and those from emotionally distant families seeking connection and validation online, even if it's simply superficial and fleeting. Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett, a renowned neuroscientist, highlights how core emotions shaped by our early experiences influences our adult decisions. An example of an individual from a critical household might avoid career opportunities requiring self-promotion due to a fear of being judged. These core emotions, rooted in family dynamics, act as a silent compass, guiding our choices and behaviors even when we're unaware of their influence. Evaluating family relationships is emotionally charged, and that comes with its own set of challenges. Love and loyalty can sometimes cloud our judgment, making it difficult to identify unhealthy patterns, dynamics, or acknowledge our past situation impacts. And here are some of the hurdles we all face. The first one being denial. We might subconsciously minimize negative experiences or idealize our family life. This denial can create a protective shield, keeping us from uncomfortable truths, but also prevent us from healing and growth. Guilt. Facing family dysfunction, especially with our parents, can trigger feelings of immense guilt. We might question whether it's fair to criticize those who raised us or even talk about their actions that caused us pain. Remember, acknowledging dysfunction isn't about assigning blame, but about gaining self awareness so you can foster more healthier relationships with your family and with other aspects of your life. Fear. Confronting family issues can be emotionally challenging, leading to fears of rejection or conflict. We may fear that speaking our truth will damage family bonds or cause arguments. However, an open and honest communication can strengthen our relationships and foster even more understanding, even if it's initially tough. The next one is confusion. Family dynamics can be complex, layered, and confusing. Untangling these dynamics requires a lot of self introspection, patience, and sometimes even some professional guidance. So it's okay if you don't have all the answers right away, because this journey is of self discovery and not a destination that is about to arrive soon. Our family dynamics can also impact our online world. Social media platforms, online communities, and virtual spaces can extend family dynamics, presenting both opportunities and challenges. Let's look at some of these. Echo chambers and unrealistic expectations. Social medias can amplify family created narratives, creating echo chambers where families interact with content, reinforcing their existing beliefs. For example, a critical family might constantly compare themselves to others online, leading to feelings of inadequacy. Next one is oversharing and boundaries. Some families overshare personal information online, blurring the lines between privacy and connection. This can be uncomfortable for some other family members, especially teens who are navigating their life online and trying to figure out their own identities. Conversely, overly controlling families might restrict online access, affecting autonomy and digital literacy and development. Triggers in conflict online. Family dynamics can trigger conflicts in online interactions. Disagreement over social media posts or any kind of information online can lead to family arguments. Unresolved family issues might surface in online interactions, making it challenging to maintain a healthy digital presence. The digital age has reshaped parent child relationships across all ages. For example, for young children, technology allows constant contact between parents and children, providing comfort and security. However, excessive screen time can hinder social skills like attention span and sleep patterns. Cyberbullying and online safety are huge concerns right now, with parents needing to actively engage in their children's online activities. For adult children, technology helps maintain connections with geographically distant family members and other people online. However, the shift in power dynamics with tech-savvy children and challenging boundaries between family and personal life often requires open communication and collaboration. Overall effects. Increased screen time is linked to depression and anxiety amongst young teens. Texting and online communication might lead to a decline in face-to-face communication and the ability to express complex emotions and build real connections. Finding a balance is crucial in today's digital landscape. Here are some strategies to manage technology and family dynamics effectively. This includes setting limits on how often and when devices are used and creating tech-free zones or times in the house to create more face-to-face communication and interaction. Encouraging open communication. Foster an environment where family members feel comfortable discussing their online experiences and concerns. Regular check-ins can help address issues before they escalate and provide a platform to share authentic feelings. The next one is modeling healthy tech use. As parents and role models, demonstrating balanced tech habits can influence children's behavior. Show them how to use technology mindfully, emphasizing quality over quantity. The next one is promoting offline activities. Encourage participation in offline activities that strengthen family bonds and build resilience. This can include outdoor activities or hobbies and spending quality time with each other without screens. Educate your family about online safety. Ensure that all family members understand the importance of online privacy, cybersecurity, and respectful digital behavior. provide guidance on managing digital footprints and dealing with cyberbullying in a healthy way. Be flexible. Technology is constantly evolving, so be willing to adapt and reassess boundaries and strategies as and when it suits your family's changing needs. Incorporating these strategies into your family life can help you create a healthy balance between digital and real world interactions, fostering stronger connections and greater emotional well being as a family. To conclude, evaluating family connections is an ongoing journey of self discovery and growth. By understanding how our family dynamics shape, we can work towards healing past wounds, nurturing healthy relationships, and living a more fulfilling life. Remember that it's not about placing blame or putting someone down, but about gaining insight and taking proactive steps towards personal and relational growth. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of family connections and their impact on our real lives. If you found this episode helpful, perhaps you could consider subscribing to the Mindfulness with Yogini podcast and sharing it with anybody who might need it. Please feel free to reach out with any thoughts or questions, as I would love to hear from you. So, until next time, this is your host Aarti Kukreja signing off from the Mindfulness with Yogini podcast. Stay mindful, stay connected, and keep nurturing yourself and your family relationships. So, Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Adab, and bye for now.